What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and on today's video I'm going to be doing a breakdown of the Champions League match between Real Madrid and Manchester City, and I'm going to be analyzing the goals just to see if the goals were scored due to good football or because of poor defending or individual errors. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first goal scored by that goal starts from here. Uh, I think this is Vardiol. So, so this goal starts with Vardiol receiving the ball in this position. And in this position, there's Rodrigo, Camavinga, and Tchouaméni all around Grealish. Valverde is right back, but he's pushed up the pitch. And right now, and this is Ceballos just kind of coming back slowly. And Valverde should be sprinting his guts out to try and get back here. But in this position, it doesn't really look like there's any danger, but that changes very quickly. Okay, so Vardiol plays a good ball in through to Haaland here. Now, Asensio does very well in holding Haaland up here, stops him from making the run through on goal here, which is very good. In this situation, Camavinga is kind of ball watching. He has no idea that Grealish is in behind him, but in this case it shouldn't matter. He should be sprinting down this way to stop any potential threat from Haaland if he gets through, and just to kind of double up on the numbers. It should be Camavinga's job in this position to sprint all the way back here and make sure that Grealish doesn't get into space, because as you can see, Grealish can make a run here, and Tchouaméni's not got eyes on him. Mendy's got his eyes on that's either Savino or Bernardo Silva, but I think it might be Savino. But again, this was defended pretty well so far. So now, in this situation, the ball is played back into Grealish, and this is why I was saying Tchouaméni should have made a run in here to back up Asensio, but he didn't. For some reason, he got drawn into Haaland over here. And just 1 second, I'm actually going to rewind this. Let's just see how this situation unfolds. So instead of Tchouaméni busting his guts to get back in here, like I said, and letting Camavinga come back and do Grealish, he's got drawn into Haaland. And this is basically what exposes us in a second, because Haaland simply plays the ball back into Grealish here. And as we know, Grealish is very good on the ball. You know, he might not score a lot, but he is very good on the ball. He plays the ball back into Grealish, and let's see what happens after that happens. Grealish gets the ball. And now look, Vardiol is after sprinting all the way from, he was out of the screen when he started his run, and because our center back decided not to cover this area, he's caught out here in no man's land. Camavinga's not doing anything, Rodrigo's not affecting the play in any way, Valverde forgets he's a right back, he's all the way up here, not doing anything. And just one simple run from Vardiol, and Asensio does well. Asensio has his man the whole time. He's marking Haaland, he's doing the best he can. Mendy's tight on the man here, you know, he's got his man. We have a man free over here, because now, this is Ceballos here. He should either be trying to cover this area, because he doesn't know how this play is gonna go. The ball could go through to Haaland here, and he crosses the back post. But because Tchouaméni decided not to make that run back into centre back, which is his position, Grealish placed the ball over the head into Vardiol. He chested down to Haaland, and Haaland finishes it off pretty nicely. It's still a very tight angle, you know, so it was a nice goal from Haaland, but definitely this goal should have definitely been avoided. This goal was considered because Tchouaméni decided not to make a run in there. He decided to get drawn into the ball to try and win the ball of Haaland, and Camavinga didn't make enough of an effort to come back here and cover Grealish. So this goal definitely was scored. It was brilliant play by City, don't get me wrong, but it definitely could have been avoided with some better decision making from the players. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next goal. Okay, so this was our equalizing goal. So this goal came from us having a free kick in this situation. It was a very poor free kick by Valverde, and the ball comes out for a rebound. And in this position, City are quite deep, as you can see, trying to defend the free kick. So here they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, including the keeper. 10 players that I can see in this picture. I don't know where the 11th player is. Maybe one player is holding up for the counter attack. But City are pretty deep. It was a pretty poor corner. Sorry, it was a pretty poor free kick. The ball comes back to Ceballos in this position, and the City players are obviously looking to move out to press the ball. And then Ceballos plays a pretty nice dink ball into Mbappe. So as you can see, when this ball was came into Mbappe, the City players were initially trying to push up to set up an offside trap, and in just that split second, Mbappe made a good run. It was a brilliant ball by Ceballos. Not the cleanest of strikes from Mbappe, but he gets lucky. The ball ends up in the back of the net. And for this goal, I can't really see anything the City players could have done better. The only thing I can say, maybe these lads could have pushed out earlier, because these three lads are the one keeping Mbappe on side. But you know, this was a eye of the needle ball. You know, it was perfectly timed, perfectly executed. You know, it's a game of fine margin. So I wouldn't really say this was poor defending, because you know, if you look at this Vini here, even if they had been ahead of Mbappe, the ball could have gone to Vini. So you can see Vardiol is kind of bending his run to go to Vini, and you can see they do have eyes on Mbappe, but I think this was just a very good goal. It was a good ball and a good goal. So I wouldn't say poor defending. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next goal. Okay, so this was the penalty that led to Man City's second goal. So in this picture, our defensive shape, we have four at the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is funny, with Bernardo Silva occupying the two center backs and Haaland in the hole, which is weird to say. Vini is back, but Vini should really be pushing up this way. So when you're pressing in football, the idea behind a good press is that you want to try and cut off the passing lanes. And as you can see here, this is the passing lane. I know Mendy's kind of got his eye on here, but there is, even if Vini doesn't press this ball, which it shouldn't, but even if he doesn't, if he takes a few steps towards this way, he has a very, very high chance to intercept this pass, or at the very least, force Rico Lewis to come out wide. But he doesn't do that, and again, this is he's not a defender, but this is something that at a high level, you know, these are the simple, fine margins that make the difference. So he doesn't do that. Gives Rico Lewis all this space to tread the ball. Ball comes into Foden. Fantastic first touch by Foden. He's now finding himself one-on-one with Mendy, and you know, people give Mendy a lot of stick, but Mendy is a very good defender. You know, he's a very good defender, and maybe here, you know, but you should you should have somebody helping you, doubling up on you. But the only thing I can say that maybe Mendy could have done here is show him the outside. You know that Foden always wants to come in on his left foot to get the shot off. He's done it a few times in this match already. You know, he's going to pretend he's going to go on the right, and then he's going to cut back on his left foot and drive on the inside. Ceballos should be busting his guts to cover this gap. He should be busting his guts to cover this gap. We know Vinny's not going to do it, but Vinny's holding his Vini's holding his run, he's always there as an outlet for the counter attack. Because you can see even De Bruyne is trying to get into the space. But Ceballos does get back here, but it just gets back too late. And Mendy doesn't show Foden on the outside. Foden back inside. There was a lot of debate about this, but as you can see, Foden's right leg looks to be on the line. Ceballos is definitely late in this tackle, doesn't get the ball, brings him down. As much as I hate to admit it, I think it was a penalty. So, what do I think could have been done better in this to prevent this goal? Yeah, this goal definitely could have been prevented. Definitely, Vini should have moved more to the right when Rico Lewis had the ball to cut off that passing lane better. And I think Ceballos could have taken a step back quicker. And I definitely think that Mendy should have shown Foden the outside rather than letting him cut inside, because if he goes on the outside, he's going on his right foot, which is his weaker foot. And he's gonna have to put the ball into this area, which is covered by Asensio here, and Courtois is pretty decent at sometimes coming to pick off the crosses. Okay, so we're going to the next goal. Okay, so for this goal, the ball gets played in through to Vini. As you can see in this position, Vini is going down the line, and there is zero anybody in the box. Mbappe, our number 9 and our striker, has for some reason decided to go on the right wing, and this is a constant theme for us this season. We've signed Mbappe as a number 9, but he very rarely makes himself available in the box for our wingers or our fullbacks to get crosses into, and this has been a big problem. And you see, it's Brahim that's actually looking to get into the box. Bellingham and Modric are far back, so Vini has literally no other options here. He literally has one option, which is to take the shot. But as you can see, Ederson has his front post well covered, so it's going to be very difficult for Vini to squeeze this ball through in the front post. Vini takes the ball. So Vini takes the shot. It's well saved by Ederson. But in this position, I think that's John Stones. He's just kind of watching the ball. Kovacic here, again, he should probably be reacting quicker. These two were trying to stop Vini, so you can understand why they're out of the thing. But the person who definitely should be making a challenge on this is Kovacic, because the ball is coming in the direction of both him and Brahim. And you should think that if you're in a defensive situation, you need to be alert in case of situations like this where the ball ricochets off the keeper. But Kovacic is very slow to the ball, and lets Brahim get a tap in. So that was 2-2. That goal was, again, there wasn't really much the first person could do to stop Vini from shooting, but I definitely think that goal could have been avoided if Kovacic had been more alert to the situation. Okay, let's go over to the last goal. Okay, so this was the last goal that we scored. I think that was Kovacic again playing the ball back into Rico Lewis, and honestly, not a great ball back. Doesn't seem to be under a lot of pressure. Tries to backheel it back to Rico Lewis, while Vini is literally breathing down his neck. Lewis panics there. In this situation, I don't want to be giving anybody ideas, and I know most of these lads probably won't. Okay, in this situation, I don't want to be giving anyone any ideas, but when this ball comes to Lewis, he should be attacking this ball with his head. The reason why I'm saying he should be attacking this ball with his head is because, number one, it's not a great ball back to him, but if he goes into this ball with his head and Vini goes to kick it like he does, if he pretends that, he got kicked in the head, the referee is definitely going to blow for a foul. And this is one of those dirty tactics that, footballers use or footballers can employ in situations like this, because the ball from Kovacic was not very good. And honestly, whenever Kovacic comes on from Man City against us, they always seem to lose. But the ball was awful, and Lewis decides to challenge Vini with his foot. But if he stuck his head out to this, when Vini kicks that ball, the ref's definitely going to give you a foul. But he doesn't do that. Vini manages to get through. What I love about this is that look how hard Bellingham is driving. He senses the danger. He senses that there's going to be an opportunity here that maybe the ball might not go in. Obviously, Vini is under pressure. He has this player breathing down his neck, but he does the right thing. He puts the ball over Ederson. Now the ball was going wide, but there is no way. Maybe this defender could have tried to get in front of Bellingham, but I think it was just the hunger and desire from Bellingham in this situation. Just the determination to get to the ball before the defender is the difference in this situation. And yeah, Vinny loves it. The keeper and the whole way. This number 5, which I think is John Stones, I'm not sure, will be able to stop Bellingham is by fouling him, and that would definitely be a straight red card. Two of the goals we scored against Man City, especially the last two goals, were definitely preventable. Kovacic the first time around was very slow in stopping Brahim. Kovacic the second time around gave a very poor ball to Rico Lewis, and Rico Lewis was very poor in challenging Vini for the ball. So all in all, I think at least 4 of these goals were preventable, and one of the goals there was not really anything much that could have been done to stop it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace.